I quit my job, sold most of what I owned, and moved to Southeast Asia. And before you ask, no, I did not have a breakdown. I did it with a plan, with a spreadsheet, and with one specific number that told me you are ready. If you are thinking about retiring early, relocating abroad, or just a more intentional living, this video is your roadmap. I'm going to show you exactly what I calculated, what I crossed off my list, and what almost tripped me up along the way. No fluff, no nonsense, let's go! Before I booked a single flight or signed a single lease, I needed to answer one question. How much money do I actually need? Now, I know what you are thinking. I'll just wing it and hope for the best. Yeah, don't do that. Here's how I actually worked it out. First, I figured out my annual spending target in my new location. I did online research, cost of living calculators, expat forums at midnight, the full obsessive package. But critically, and this is important, I actually went there first. 2 trips to Southeast Asia to test my spreadsheet numbers against real life, because a spreadsheet will tell you anything you want to hear. Real life is a bit more honest. My verdict: £28,000 per year to live comfortably. Not frugally, not surviving on rice and regret, comfortably. Now, here's where the rule of 25 comes in. It's a simple retirement planning shortcut. Take your annual expenses and multiply by 25. That's your retirement pot target. But I had a twist. I had rental income back home, £20,000 a year, which meant the gap I actually needed to fill from investments was £28,000 minus £20,000 equals £8,000 per year. Apply the rule of 25, £8,000 times 25 equals £200,000. I actually invested a little extra because I'm cautious and also because I like sleeping at night. And that links directly to the 4% rule. The 4% rule says if your money is invested, you can safely withdraw 4% per year for 30 years without running out. 4% of £200,000 equals £8,000 per year. That covers my gap. The money keeps growing, the maths works. The rule of 25 is your savings goal. The 4% rule is your withdrawal plan. Together, they gave me a finish line. You can visualize how the numbers actually work here on my spreadsheet. As you can see, if my investment pot grows 10% a year, I can safely withdraw 4%. My money keeps growing, and I use the dividends plus my rental to fund my lifestyle. Okay, so you've got your number. Now comes the operational chaos. All the things nobody warns you about until you are standing in your half-empty flat, surrounded by boxes, eating cereal with a plastic fork because you already packed the spoons. Not that happened to me. Moving on. Here's what I worked through in roughly the order I tackled them. Months before, retrained as a cybersecurity analyst. I was living in the UK and working as a supply teacher, so I changed for something that allows me to work remotely and whenever I want. Research your destination, culture, healthcare costs, safety, cost of living, house renovations and redecorations, started decluttering and organizing. This took me a little longer than I expected. I consider myself a minimalist. Turns out I've been quietly hoarding things for years. Who knew? Created a relocation budget, including the hidden costs, reviewed my employment contract, and gave proper notice. Booked flights and temporary accommodation, checked visa and residency requirements. Warning, this is high priority, don't leave this late. I'm serious. Finalized housing arrangements. Week before. Cancel or transfer utilities and subscriptions. Don't forget canceling that gym membership you've been about to use for 3 years. Reviewed and update insurance, health, travel, property. Buy health or travel insurance before you leave your country. You will save 50%. You are welcome. Set up mail forwarding with Royal Mail. This one nearly slipped through. Please don't let it slip through. Confirmed moving and shipping dates and logistics. Notify friends, family, and employer of the move. And here's the one that actually catches people off guard. Notifying HMRC, NHS, and your local council. Buy an international driving permit if you need one. This is urgent, this is easy to forget, and this is the kind of thing that comes back to bite you months later in the form of a very official looking letter. Don't skip it. Days before. Prepare the first week essentials box, clothes, toiletries, chargers, everything you will need while the rest of your life is somewhere on a ship. Double checked all travel documents, passport, visa, tickets. Moving day. Handed over the keys, took meter readings and photos of the house. Evidence, always take evidence. Carried all important documents in hand luggage, always hand luggage. This is not negotiable. And after moving, set up local SIM card and internet on day one, because you will need to Google where the nearest supermarket is, right? Explore the neighborhood, add essential services, join expat and local community groups. These matter more than people think. Updated address with banks, insurers, subscriptions, and then celebrated the new chapter. Here's the thing that they don't put in any retirement calculator. Before you move, you will spend months, maybe years, second guessing the numbers. You will run the spreadsheet one more time. You will find a new variable you hadn't considered. You will ask yourself, but what if something goes wrong? And then you will ask it again and again, and probably again at 2 a.m. The rule of 25 and the 4% rule are not perfect. They are starting points built on historical stock market data. They assume a diversified invested portfolio and roughly 30 years of retirement spending. What finally made me pull the trigger was realizing something. Waiting for certainty was itself a risk. Every year I delayed was a year of life I couldn't get back. The math doesn't need to be perfect. It needs to be good enough, with enough buffer. I had roughly £200,000 invested. I had rental income as a safety net. I had a real tested budget from actual trips to my destination. That was enough. It can be enough for you too, with the right preparation. Here's what I want you to walk away with. 1. Calculate your number first. Use the rule of 25 applied to your actual gap, not your total expenses, if you have other income sources. 2. Don't just research your destination online. Go there, test your budget in real life before you commit. The internet is optimistic. Real life is more accurate. 3. The admin is real. Start the checklist months before you move your move date, not weeks. Visas, residency, notifying government bodies, these things need lead time. And 4. The 4% rule gives you confidence in your withdrawal strategy. Your money isn't just sitting there, it's continuing to grow while you draw from it. Your number might look very different from mine. Southeast Asia on £20,000 a year is my life. Yours could be higher, lower, a completely different continent, but the framework is the same. If this was useful, save this video. You will want to come back to the numbers when you are doing your own planning. If you want to go deeper on the rule of 25 or the 4% rule, I've linked some reading in the description below. Drop a comment telling me where in the world you are thinking of relocating. I read them all. Generally, it's one of my favorite parts of this. Subscribe if you want more honest finance content about early retirement, relocation, and financial independence. No hype, just numbers and real experience. See you in the next one.